What is up, friends? Rob here, also known as the Medicare Minister with Agape Insurance and Financial Group in North Mississippi. And today I'm answering the question that I get asked pretty frequently here at Agape, and that is, can I reshop my Medicare supplement, also known as a Medigap plan, at any time? Well, I'm just going to give you the short answer, and that is yes. But if you stick with me, I'm going to give you a little bit more detail, especially 3 things that you need to be aware of before you reshop your plan. So let's talk about that real quickly today. And I have a little chart here on the screen of all the different supplement plans. I'm not going to get into that because the 2 most popular ones, at least where I'm at, is the Plan G and the Plan N. Okay, so the Plan G or the Plan N. More than likely, you have one of those plans unless you got started on Medicare before January the 1st, 2020, then it's more than likely that you have a Plan F. Plan F is no longer available to anyone that qualified or qualifies for Medicare on January 1st, 2020 going forward. That's what I call the Cadillac plan, the Plan F. The new Cadillac plan is the Plan G. So more than likely you have one of these 3, a Plan F, a Plan G, or a Plan N. So let's talk a little bit real quickly about 3 things that you need to be aware of. Number 1 is, unlike your first time on Medicare where they give you a free pass, or what I call a get out of jail free card on your health, because they're just going to give you the supplement despite your medical history, medications, and all of that. Your second time and thereafter, underwriting is involved in most states. Now there's about 13 states that offer Medigap special enrollments, and 7 do it what's known as the birthday rule. I won't get into all of that in this video, but the thing that you need to take away from this is you need to understand that underwriting is involved your second time and thereafter if you're not in one of these 13 states. You're more than welcome to reach out to us, by phone. The number's on the screen or in the video description, and one of our advisors would be more than happy to help you find out if you're in one of those 13 states or if you're not, and then advise you from there. But underwriting is involved. Now, why is this important? Because they're going to take all of your medications into account. And some of the main red flags when it comes to underwriting is diabetes with insulin. So if you're a diabetic with insulin, that's a red flag out of the gate, especially if you're taking some blood pressure and cholesterol or any other medicines because of your diabetes, okay? So that is a red flag. Other red flag is COPD. If you have COPD, it's more than likely you're not gonna get approved with any carrier except for one. And they're generally gonna charge you 2 to 3 times higher the rate than probably what you're paying now. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, you're saying, well, Rob, you don't know how much I'm paying. I'm paying $300-400 a month, and it's getting to the point where I have to choose medical or groceries, or medical or pay my utility bills. And I truly understand that. And so for you, it may be worth taking a look at what's known as a Medicare Advantage plan or Part C plan. Another red flag is AFib. Some of you may be taking Eliquis for AFib. AFib never goes away. That's another red flag. And then another biggie is dementia or Alzheimer's. If you have dementia or Alzheimer's, that is a serious red flag that can keep you from being underwritten on a Medicare supplement plan. So number 1 thing that we need to be aware of is that underwriting is involved, okay? Now, real quickly, the other thing when it comes to underwriting is surgery and procedures. If you've had some major surgeries or procedures done over the past 2 to 3 years, that could keep you from getting underwritten altogether, or put you in a bracket where if you were to get taken, that you pay more than what you're paying now. The number 2 thing that you need to be aware of when it comes to reshopping your Medicare supplement plan is it's not always best to stay with the same carrier or the same plan. Let me explain. I'm what they call a Medicare broker and advisor, which means I pretty much work with most companies, if not all the companies, okay? I'm just gonna use the word most because I work with quite a bit of companies. And then if I don't work with them currently, I'm able to get that carrier in place for us in most cases. So I'll just say I work with most carriers. So it's not always the best to stay with the same carrier. You may get a lower rate with another carrier. And I want to show you an example of that real quickly here. Okay, I have a tool that we use that allows me to shop all the different carriers. So let's say you had your first supplement at 65, but now you're 69 years old, because supplements go up pretty much every year. And so I generally recommend that you don't shop them for at least 3 to 5 years, because you're not going to see any significant savings. So let's just say now we're 69 years old, female. We're going to use a zip code here in my local North Mississippi area. I'm going to say that we have a Plan G, and we're going to take a look at this real quickly, let the tool do its work, and we're going to find out what it would cost for us to use the same carrier versus looking at other carriers. So don't know what's taking so long here, but we'll give it just a second here. And so while I'm waiting for that, well, here it is. It just popped up on us. I'm doing this in real time here. Okay, so 69 years old, female. All right. Plan G at 69 years old. Let's say that you currently have, let me scroll up here to one of the companies that I'm sure you guys will be familiar with. Let's say you have AARP, Plan G, okay, at 69 years old. And let's say you can reshop it for $100.52. That's a pretty good rate that they're going to give you. And let's say you're paying $140 now or $130. Well, you definitely want to make this move, because you know, AARP's been good to you, and we work with AARP, and they're a great company. However, remember, in the Medicare supplement arena, a Plan G is a Plan G, which just simply means that no matter which Medicare supplement company I put you with, they all have to do the exact same thing, because Medicare regulates that. Medicare standardizes those plans. So in this particular case, Allstate in my area is offering the best Plan G for about $16 less per month. So would you not want to save an additional $16 per month to be on the exact same plan that you're on now? The only difference is you may have to change the carrier. So that is why you always want to do your best, and I'll talk about that here in just a second, to work with a broker advisor. It's not always best to stay with the same carrier and the same plan. Now, when it comes to the same plan, what I'm simply meaning here is I'm currently quoting Plan Gs, okay? And now we're going to quote some Plan Ns here. So Plan N is a step down from Plan G. Works the same way, but now I have a few copays involved, but it could save me even more premium that could be a better situation for me, especially if I'm on a really fixed income and budget. So sometimes a Plan N could be the best situation for you. So once again, let's look at a Plan N. A Plan N now is $66.62. So I have the opportunity to save even an additional $14 if I'm willing to go to a different plan. Once again, this is something that you really got to take into consideration when you're looking at rewriting or reshopping your particular Medicare supplement plan. You may want to use a different carrier to get a better rate, and you also may want to go to a different plan to save even more money, because you could be wasting premium for no reason. And then finally, number 3, real quickly, is, it's my opinion, I think you should work with a broker or Medicare advisor like us here at Agape, or one in your area, wherever that may be. We work in most states, and so if we're not in your state, then we have a trusted network of advisors that we know can help you. So at any time during the video, you can always call us on the number on the screen, or simply look down in the video description and call us from the number there in the video description. But I believe you should work with a Medicare broker and advisor to make sure that you're getting the best possible rate. So once again, if I go back to this screen and let's say that all I represent here is a specific company. Let me find one here, and I'm not picking on any particular company because I work with pretty much all of them. But let's just say all I work with is Cigna. Well, Cigna is going to charge me almost $76 or $10 more per month for the exact same plan that I can get with Allstate. Both of them are great companies. We have clients with both companies, but if everything is the same, why would I want to start and reshop my plan paying $10 more per month if I don't have to? Okay, instead of trying to shove you into Cigna and paying that $10 extra. Now it's probably better than what I'm paying now if I get underwritten, but I believe as a Medicare advisor, we should do our best to save you the most money and get you on the best plan at the best possible rate. So before I share this last thing with you real quickly, if you're getting value out of this video, please comment below, click the like button, turn on the notifications. That way you're notified every time we drop fresh content like this, and share this with somebody who may need to hear this today so they can understand, everything that they need to be aware of when it comes to reshopping their Medicare supplement plan. All right, real quickly, this is different than the Medicare Advantage or Part C or Medicare Part D plans. And unless or if there is a special enrollment in your area, or unless there is one, you cannot make changes but one time a year, and that is through AEP. Some people refer to it as open enrollment, which is October the 15th through December the 7th. So let me say that again. Unless I have qualified for a special election period, or what's called an SEP, or unless my state has one for whatever reason, maybe due to FEMA or some kind of other disaster, you cannot change those plans but one time per year. So a lot of people get this confused. They think, well, because I can only do that, particular change from in October the 15th and December the 7th, that must mean that I can only reshop my Medicare supplement plan during that same time frame. And that is not correct, because you can reshop your Medicare supplement plan at any time. Well, I prayed you got some value out of the video today. God bless you guys, and we will see you on the next video.